Hey guys, Cidsa here, and I wanted to continue my series on game collecting. And in this video, I wanted to share 5 tips to score a great deal. Anyone who is interested in game collecting nowadays know that a lot of people are already in this game, so prices are pretty high. Gone are the days of finding things like Earthbound at Goodwill for 50 cents, now you can pay thousands of dollars for the honor. And that's a pretty painful proposition for some, for sure. So let's begin. Number 1. Set a realistic budget. Sure, it's nice to dream of finding Earthbound or Shining Force 3 for $5, but that's not very realistic. These games are somewhat rare, with Shining Force being more rare, and very popular, so they are expensive, and most people know that. First of all, you should find a starting average for what the game sells for. I really enjoy this website, linked below. It aggregates all the prices of games that have sold on sites like Amazon and eBay, and gives you a sort of average baseline price. Looking at Earthbound, we see the average price is about $185.75 for a loose cartridge, $570 for a complete game in box, and $1,825 for a factory sealed copy. Wow. Now if you go into eBay, you're probably going to find prices that are really close to this, but obviously you probably want something a bit cheaper. At this point, you have to really think about what is the highest price that I can possibly pay for this game, but still keeping it within a reasonable distance of those average prices. If you want Earthbound and you can pay up to $150 for a loose cart, you have a much better chance of finding that than finding it for about $50. If your budget's really low, it's better to put that game aside and focus on other games until you have a bit more to spend. 2. Be patient. Once you have that maximum price set in your mind, you're gonna have to wait until it comes up. This can take a ton of time and a lot of searching. I've spent many times scouring eBay for a great deal and then losing it because I got sniped at the last second. Not gonna lie, this process is really frustrating. It can be really annoying. And it's really easy to just go over your budget because you're tired of waiting. Just remember that adage, good things come to those who wait, is true, and wait it out. You will absolutely score. Trust me, you can absolutely find some great deals out there. Just wait. 3. Try going offline. If you haven't had any luck on eBay, you might actually find something locally. If you live in a larger area, you probably have access to things like brick and mortar stores, flea markets, garage sales, etc. While these might not always pan out, sometimes you can find amazing stuff. Another perk for shopping offline is that you don't have to pay shipping either. Yay! 4. Networking. If you're searching locally, it really helps to connect with other dealers and collectors in your area. When I started going to a local flea market, I ended up connecting with some dealers who had been in the game for years, and they had some amazing stuff. And the biggest thing is that all these people tend to know each other. So if they don't have something, they can probably find out if somebody else does, and they can typically get you really good deals. But don't forget, you can actually do this kind of stuff online as well. When I started to collect laser discs, which I know is kind of weird, but you know, whatever, I joined a group on Facebook that connected me with all sorts of collectors, and I've gotten some really crazy stuff. Not just that, of course, I've also helped people get stuff for themselves as well, so it's kind of a back and forth thing, you know? Not only that, but I have a whole bunch of people I can talk to about irrelevant video formats too. Alright, number 5. Watch out for scams. Unfortunately, when stuff becomes valuable, shady people will try to rip you off. The biggest pitfall in buying games, I'd say, is bootlegs. However, they only impact a certain subsection of games, not all of them. The 2 biggest areas I've seen bootlegs in is Game Boy Advance games, particular Pokemon, and Neo Geo carts, particularly the ones that go for over $500 or more. The $500 ones being faked is pretty obvious. The Pokemon ones, however, they can be sold en masse to kids who don't know any better, and it's very lucrative. Now, it's pretty unfortunate that this kind of thing exists, but there are ways to protect yourself from it. Do a Google search and see if there's any bootlegs known, and if there are, usually people have extensively documented what they look like. Here's a quick example of a bootleg. The PC Engine has a rare game called Ginga Fuke Densetsu Sapphire, and it sells for well over $500. Lately I've been seeing it for over $1,000, so whew. At some point someone thought it was a great idea to make a few pirate runs of these, so numerous bootlegs are floating around there being passed off as the real deal. However, there is a surefire way to spot these fakes, and that is by looking at the serial number printed on the inner ring of the disc. Do your homework and be aware, and you won't get caught unawares by these bootleggers. Another quick hint is that bootlegs very rarely come complete. They're usually cart only, so if you're the type that likes to buy, say, Super Nintendo games that have the box and the manual and all of that, if they have that, it's very unlikely to be a fake. So those are my biggest tips for filling out your collection. Were they helpful at all? Is there anything that you would add? Are there any more questions about collecting that you really want to know? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this and for reviews and essays and all sorts of craziness. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!